Stan was cleaning up the backyard when he accidentally chiseled a hole into the ground. Something white flickered faintly inside it. After Roger put on a show of running some professional tests, the two finally concluded that there was a salt mine lying beneath the yard.
Oh my god, did you guys think it was cocaine? Cocaine doesn't grow underground, dumbasses!
Stan immediately got in touch with Gordon Salt Company. After an company confirmed that a massive salt deposit was indeed hidden under his backyard, but Francine had no intention of selling the land whatsoever until, to her utter astonishment, Gordon Salt pulled out $1 million check on the spot. Francine agreed without a second thought. Just then, however, Steve jumped out to object, claiming that he owned the mining rights to the backyard. As it turned out, 8 years earlier, when Stan and Steve were playing a treasure hunt game, Stan had given the backyard's mining rights to Steve as a prize.
Sucker!
What's more, Steve had even gone to the town hall the very same day to have the rights officially notarized. At first, Steve had no plans to sell the backyard at all. Then one day at school, a girl suddenly came up to strike up a conversation with him. Steve saw right through the ploy. It was a trap set by Gordon Salt Company and turned her down on the spot.
Seriously, anything you want, or I'll do anything you want.
On that same day, Roger deliberately injured his own leg and tricked Steve into signing his cast. Soon after, the rest of the family ganged up on Steve, constantly pressuring him to sell the backyard. Meanwhile, when Stan went out for a bike ride, he was ambushed by a representative from Gordon Salt. The representative threatened that if Stan failed to get his hands on the transfer contract soon, they'd send an old lady to pester him nonstop every single day. Stan raced home in a panic, desperate to get the contract, but Steve had already gotten there first. Even when Stan tore the contract in his hand to shreds, it turned out to be nothing but a fake. Steve had been carrying the real contract with him all along. Stan refused to give up and insisted on chasing after Steve. Steve scrambled onto the roof and fled into the backyard, only to be surrounded by the entire family. Cornered and with no way out, he had no choice but to concede defeat, slamming the contract down on the ground in a fit of rage. Watching this scene unfold, Stan was flooded with memories of all the happy times the family had spent together in the backyard. He made up his mind that he would not sell the land, no matter what. But to his absolute shock, Gordon Salt's construction crew was already marching into the yard in full force. It turned out they'd gotten their hands on the mining rights long ago. Roger had been hiding the real contract inside his cast the whole time. When Steve had signed the cast earlier, Roger had secretly slipped a transfer clause into the contract while Steve wasn't looking.
There's no pain! We paid all that money for just one scoop!